And it was a dude in there, swole dude. And I looked at him, I was like, damn, in that day, like he's about to be through. He's gonna be travailing like a woman with a child, man. And on top of that as well, he said himself, he was like, man, I don't know what I would do if the gym wasn't open. Because in that day, you know, everything is going to be shut down. He said, man, I would fuck around and kill somebody if the gym wasn't open.
You gotta let that aggression
Bro,
out.
he had to let that aggression out. You know, so in that
Roid rage.
So in that day, man, he can easily do it.
Hey, and what's funny about roid rage, right, is it's nothing more but a heightened experience of testosterone, which is in the air. With the war and violence going on, testosterone is going to be in the air. So that's why every time somebody's conquered, women are spoiled and booty. You know, because you have to relieve that before the tension creates between the other fellow soldiers. You don't have a release, let them go watch a movie, go, even in prison, let them do, you gotta let certain shit happen, certain drugs, you gotta let certain things happen just to keep them from overrunning the whole prison.
Hey, they show you example of that in all these different medieval and ancient shows. They showed that in the Last Kingdom as well, when they captured the king's daughter. And the two men, they basically was trying to deal with the king's daughter, but the head of the new army, he wouldn't let it happen. So it was division amongst his ranks, man. Because they wanted
even the Dane chick, Brita.
Yeah, kind.
They captured her.
Yeah.
They was dudes was trying to have their way with that broad, man.
Right. So it was.
You know, that's how it goes down in war, man. And that's in the law. You know, when we go to wage war against another city, he was able to take the spoils, and part of that spoils was women and children. Man. But it said when you go and take that woman, make sure it's a woman that have not known man. Why is that?
Right.
You know, you get you some fresh booty, fresh meat, man. Matter of fact, get that real quick. Deuteronomy, I think it's like either the 20th or the 21st chapter.
These hoes that are ran through, they ain't no good no more.
Huh. Hey, in the ancient world, all these hoes would get put to death. In the wars, like if you were trying to go and take spoils of war, and the instruction was, hey, go get the virgins only for yourself. We kill everything else. And that's majority of these women out here.
That's why when I gotta say, bro, that's why I laugh when the apostle said, we don't need shit like woman. Hey, she ran through, generally.
Yeah.
But luckily, it's a spiritual thing now. You know? But that don't mean that there ain't some fresh ones in other countries that the Lord God preserved. You don't have to say none of these in America. What do they call it? Ameriskanks? It was a video I think Papa Gabar did years ago. Man.
Yep.
Right?
It says 19 or 20?
Actually, the 20th chapter.
I mean 20.
It says when you go to make war with a city, 20 and like starting at like 11, 10, 10. 20 and 10.
The Deuteronomy 20 and 10 says, "When thou comest."
That's how it was in the ancient world. I mean, but I'm pretty sure that still happens today. You know, I'm sure everywhere when America was going around, whether they was in Vietnam or, you know, anytime that they were stationed out for war, you know that they went and was taking the women that was in those places, man.
Hey,
Popping.
I had an uncle, you know, he was in the Vietnam War, and he told us like certain stories. He said the Edomites out there that was basically a part of the army, he said they were so wicked, what they would do is they would give the family a certain amount of money or whatever, and he said they'll deal with everybody in the house, dad and little children included, man.
Yep.
Shit.
You know?
Yep.
In Vietnam War?
Yeah, kind of.
Which brings the movie I was gonna mention earlier, the movie Casualties of War.
That's the spirit.
You
That was
looking
the
at
spirit. I was going to that.
Hey, well, it was a Michael J. Fox movie, Sean Penn.
Sean Penn, yeah.
Yeah, hey. With that, but when you understand the psyche of the people going into war, it's a different mentality. So whenever you get to click out of that, which ain't long, which may be your 15 minutes of fame, you know, with the woman, hey, what do you think you're gonna do with that small break? You're gonna try to relieve all the stress off your body.
Hey, that scene in that movie is brutal too.
Yeah. Yeah, they took turns with a gun.
They took turns on her, man.
Woo.
Casualties of war. Casualties
Yeah.
of war.
It shows you how it goes down, man. But that's some manly shit, man.
Yeah.
The Lord's gonna put that spirit on men again. You know?
And ain't gonna
That's
be
why it's
nobody
gonna be
to
important for you to be under the protection of a man.
stop it. I'm a man of the Lord.
A man of the Lord, man. This is what the scriptures say. This ain't what we, this ain't like, this is what we wanted. This is our fantasy and shit.
Yeah,
No,
no.
man. This is what the prophecy is saying.
Yeah.
Don't get emotional because of what prophecy's saying. That's what's gonna happen. Go ahead, bro.
This Exodus, it's like Deuteronomy 20 and 10 says, when thou comest nigh unto a city to fight against it, then proclaim peace unto it. And if it shall be, if it make thee answer of peace and open unto thee, then it shall be that all the people that is found therein shall be tributaries unto thee, and they shall serve thee. And if it will make no peace with thee, but will make war against thee,
This is literally what's happening in Russia and Ukraine.
They resist.
then shalt thou besiege it.
They try to put up a fight.
Exactly what
Take that
Russia's
shit
doing
over.
right now. They didn't want to connect with us. Y'all gonna join the EU? Y'all don't want to fuck with me? Nah, I'm about to besiege y'all.
Y'all on NATO side?
Yeah.
Y'all talking about going into NATO? All right. Bet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna besiege you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And when Yahweh Shemel Shai thy power hath delivered it into thine hands, thou shalt smite every male thereof with the edge of the sword.
Because you already know. Because the men, they going to be in war mode. They going to be basically in defensive mode. We got to protect our city. You know? That's why they was hyping it, which it was all bullshit. But, the Klitschko brothers and Lomachenko,
Yeah.
we got to go and defend our country over there.
Man, what a soldier.
Fuck out of here.
And Klitschko had an interview and said, "Oh yeah, I think we killed about 6 guys or something like that."
Yeah,
I'm like, man, get the fuck out of
That's
here,
all
man.
Hollywood. That's all script. That's a script. All right. But that's. I mean, in real life, in reality, when something like that does happen, the men got to stay back because they do got to defend their city or their country. So the men are going to naturally they have to be there for war, man. That's why they was trying to say, the men from 18 to 60, you got to stay behind.
60-year-old men out there fighting against some trained.
Young. What's the son name from Creed 2? I was gonna say
Ivan Drago.
But it's Victor. Young Victor Drago. No one will fight that dude. To wrestle with this dude in the fucking snow. Hell no, man. You know?
They've been born for this shit.
Yeah. And what did Rocky tell Creed? And nah, you don't want that type of smoke. He was like, what did he say? He said, what did he say? He was, I forgot how he said it, but basically he was telling him like, hey, he's been training his whole life for this type of scenario, for like a war. He was raised with hate.
Yeah.
Raised with war and hate in him.
And not just Russia, but all these nations, China, Iran, they raised their children to hate this place, to hate America. You know?
For good reason.
Yeah.
Don't the poor kids hate the rich kids? Just some envy? Whether it's envy or whether it's whatever.
Yeah, they raise you from a child and teach you the art of war.
Yeah.
Like they showed you in the second 300.
Yeah.
The rise of an empire, when it was basically going into how the Greeks took down Persia.
Yep.
But they were showing you when they were younger, when they was kids, and they was rough with it, man.
Yeah.
When they was training them in combat, the kids they didn't go light on the children, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was like you full blown fighting as a child. You spawn with a grown ass man, and he's not finna go light on you, man.
Hey,
That's the heart in you.
In the first one, what did he say? You couldn't even become a soldier it was funny. It seemed like they took from the scriptures talking about David before he became king. You have to fight a wolf or something in the beast that he had to fight before he became a soldier. Yep. To even be considered able to become a soldier.
You got to survive in the wilderness.
Yep. Down there, Green Beret training at age 9 and stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Americans don't want that type of smoke, man.
But how is people in America told to love everyone and you know those are our neighbors and you know we're better united, all kind of bullshit they push out there.
Yeah, and on top of that, man, hey, how can you have of course, you know, America got soldiers and shit like that, but how can you have someone in that mentality if they haven't came from like nothing, you know? In these other countries, they stem from sometimes, you know, nothing, man, literally nothing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the generals, like even in the ancient world, they were like damn near peasants. Like you know, like Hitler, for example, he was like homeless.
Yeah.
And he rose into the ranks through the military or whatever. But
bro, if you look at the European Union, like the biggest members of it, all their Secretary of Defense ministers are women.
Yeah.
And then you got Russia, because I've seen the comparison. You got the Russians. These are hardened fucking war veterans, bro.
yeah.
You know?
They got scars on their faces.
These motherfuckers look like killers.
Yeah.
And then they show the
ready for it.
the German, the French, they're all fucking women.
Come on, man.
So I only brought that back to that Ukraine and Russia, and now you back into it because what are you women gonna do with that? They don't even show their women in those other countries. They ain't talking about their women. They're talking about you're not gonna these American women joining the military. You're not gonna be fighting a woman. You're gonna be fighting a fucking trained killer. You know, of a man. Yeah, it's a different time we're coming into, and like the brother's saying, this is a time where you Americans have never experienced anything like this. Where you have to be ready for death at every turn, and prepared to defend yourself. And I'm talking to men. Women and children don't have a chance unless you're with a man of the Lord. Let the Heavenly Father's protect you. Okay?
That's it. I finished that?
Back in Deuteronomy 20 and 14, it says, "But the women and the little ones and the cattle and all that is in the city, even all the spoil thereof, shalt thou take unto thyself, and thou shalt eat the spoil of thine enemies, which the Lord thy power Yahweh hath given thee."
Plunder, man. Take it. It's yours. You know, take possession. These nations, you know, they're our inheritance. We're supposed to inherit them.
Mm-hmm.
So that proves that once we come down from the chariot, that's what we're gonna be doing to these nations.
Subduing them.
We're gonna be subduing them. But right now, you know, we're in the time of war, and just watch what happens when society breaks down. Hey, like when the UN troops get the green light, they gonna have their way.
Yeah.
You know, because they're working on the behalf of the elite, the Rothschilds. You know, they're overseers for the New World Order, man. So they gonna be doing what they do, and you women, that you had it good, it was real easy for you. It ain't gonna be that easy when they do what they gonna do. You know, soldiers gonna have their way with you, man. All right. Yeah, that was it on that. Hey, matter of fact, what was that in Numbers? I think it's Numbers 25, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, when Phineas killed that Midianitish woman and that Jake, they were worshiping Baal Barim.
In the tent, right?
Or I think it was Baal Peor.
Pure,
Yeah. But I remember Moses was saying that when we went to kill them, basically kill the men and the woman that was known by lying with men. But the women that haven't been known to lie with men, take them for yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's the numbers. I think it might be the 31st chapter.
Them
Numbers?
dying is 25.